Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk about simplifying and evaluating logarithms. Here are the two problems that we'll do, and to make sure we don't take ourselves too seriously, let's think about the fun question. What advice would you give a young child for success at your age now? So let's look at this section overall. In Algebra 2, you typically learn exponential and logarithmic functions together. One is an inverse of the other, which is why they're taught together. Exponentials typically come first and then logs after. So a logarithm, the shortest explanation of a log is that it is an exponent. So it is the exponent in any exponential situation. Okay, so first one here that I'm seeing requires us to know a few properties about condensing a logarithm. And then the second question asks us to evaluate. I've seen problems like these on the test before, and it's good to know the properties, and it's good to know how to convert a log from one form to the other. So let's write out a few things to remember before we do that. So firstly, the easiest way to start is that we have exponential form, and that's a to the b equals c. So something to the something equaling another something. If you think of a, b, and c as the progression there, then logarithmic form would be, you write the word log, you have a subscript of a, the c actually comes next, and it equals the b because a log is equal to the exponent. So that would help us try to figure out this number 2. Before we do that, let me also write out some of the properties of logarithms that could help us with this first. Okay, so the product property says basically log of base b of m plus log base b of n, notice they have the same base, is equal to log base b of m times n. So when you add, you multiply. Then quotient property would be log base b of m minus log base b of n equals log base b of m over n. When you subtract, you divide. They have to have the same base in this situation. And in number 1, they do. So they're all base 8. And I can then try to figure out which of these two I'm going to use. Because I'm seeing plus signs, that means that I'm going to be multiplying everything. There is also a 2 in front here. So I should probably write out something called a power property. What do you do with that power? Well, we could have log base b of m to the n, and these are just variables. You would throw numbers in to these situations. But that n actually can come in the front to be n times log base b of m. Long story short, basically that means that 2 is going to become the exponent on the c. And you can then condense the expression into a single log. So let's start with these two first. If it's log base 8 of a, that's a plus b, you would then condense it to be log base 8 of a times b. Now I'll bring that down, log base 8 of c squared. Once again, I'm going to multiply. So we have the same base again, we have log base 8, and then this is going to be a, b, c. That is a combination of this product property and the power property together. Okay, then the second question is pretty simple. My trick is set it equal to x because we want something in this A spot and the B spot and the C spot. Okay, so right there we didn't really have a B. We're wondering what is the exponent as you go from 2 to 32. That's really all it translates to. So I'm going to rewrite that in exponential form, and that's 2 to the x equals 32. Then all I'm thinking about is what number could we write for x? That number could be, we know it's going to be something greater than 2. 2 squared is 4. 2 cubed is 8. 2 to the 4th is 16. And then, 2 to the 5th is 32. So 5 is my answer. And notice that the log is equal to 5. It's equal to the exponent every time. Let's say the 5 was like a 5.12876. We didn't have a nice happy number. Another way we could do that is using a change of base formula, which is basically doing the log of this number over log of that number and put it in the calculator, and then you'd get an answer. Okay, but that there would also be equal to 5. In this case, it's a nice happy whole number. So I have 2 questions for you to try. One now has subtraction. Think about what that would do. And the other one is just evaluating, but we have a fraction. So slightly different situations. We have a fraction for that second number. So you have to think about how could you get from 7 to 1 over 49, and what is the exponent that would get you there. So why don't you take a second, do these, you can pause the video, and I will reveal the solutions. Okay, so there they are. We divide when we subtract, and notice where the powers are using the power rule. The second one has a negative answer because we had a 1 over 49 situation. Lastly, I will leave you with a quote for motivation. This is for the creative types. Creativity is a wild ride in a disciplined eye. I found that to be very thought-provoking and fun. So I hope this video helped you in some way, and feel free to keep up with new videos on the channel. If you would like to subscribe, that would be great. Also, if you have an answer to the fun question, comment. Have a good day.